Hi there, I'm Gary. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This is Monday Matters. On the show this week, as usual, I'll be having a look at all the news and rumour from around the model making world, including an update to the Hobby 2000 GR7 GR9 Harrier. I will be having a look at what I've been up to in the week in On My Bench, and of course I'll be announcing this week's kit of the week, the kit that you, the viewers, voted for. All of these bits come as chapters as usual, so you can hop backwards and forwards as your heart desires. And of course, if you like what you see, please thumbs up, subscribe and hit the bell. And if you want to make a concrete contribution, you can do it through Super Thanks or any of my partner programs. So this week I'm going to change the order up a little bit. I'm going to start with On My Bench. And on the bench this week were two kits, the first of which was the Revel 1/72 scale Corsair. Why am I mentioning this early? Because I was having a chat with James Skiffins and friends on the Saturday Night Crash on Saturday night. Check it out on YouTube if you haven't watched it yet. And they mentioned a picture I'd sent them of me sitting inside a Corsair. The Corsair happened to be 30 meters underwater at the time. It's a wreck off the coast of Hawaii. So I just thought I'd show you a few pictures of that because, of course, I've been making an F4U this week. So here's a few pictures to look at.
The story goes that a US Navy pilot flying out of Honolulu ran into trouble over the sea and was forced to ditch his aircraft. Although he survived and was still living in Maui when I was there about 15 years ago, his plane sank and has been on the ocean floor ever since, visible about 30 metres or 100 feet below the waves. Over the years, the structure has broken up somewhat, but it's still a popular dive target, ideal for the 30-metre deep dive requirement of the PADI Advanced Open Water qualification. Parts of the plane, such as the engine, are clearly identifiable, and you can sit inside it, provided you get your dive master to check the resident moray eel is out of the house first. As with anything in these waters, it becomes home for a range of marine life very quickly, not least the corals that encrust it ever more widely. In recent years, the structure has been damaged by a series of storm tides and currents, with pieces disappearing into the gloom, but it remains one of the most visited dive sites of the southern coast of Oahu.
The Revel kit of the F4U Corsair is actually really very good. It's a 2014 tooling, so it's not that old. The plastic is really quite nice. The design is good, and you know, it's an inexpensive kit. It's equivalent to an FX, not a starter set, not the modern starter sets, the old starter sets and gift sets, so the introduction level to the hobby. And do you know what? If you got given that as an introduction to modelling, it wouldn't be a bad start. One or two tiny little tricky bits, but otherwise, generally speaking, a really nice kit's made. Came out well, looks great. I like the, I do like those Far East dark blue colours, and of course aftermarket decals on this one because I wanted to use the plain blue and white roundels from the Far East. Other than that, a grand little kit. If you see one, especially if it's on offer around Black Friday, I really suggest buying one and making it for fun. It's great. The other kit I've made this week arrived on Wednesday. The video for it went up yesterday. No, day before yesterday, Saturday. So 3.5 days of production, including the video, and it's up online. And it is, of course, the 1/72 scale Gloucester Meteor from Airfix. It's the brand new 2022 tooling, which is why I wanted to get it online really quickly. So nudged a couple of things out of the production schedule to make sure I could do that. The kit's good. It's a lovely kit. There are a couple of issues. One with the nose gear, design of how the nose gear goes together. If you're going to be spray painting it, it's a bit of a pain because there's a bit of the undercarriage that sticks out from underneath the fuselage and it can break, and guess what, it broke, but I could fix it and sort it out, as you'll see on the video. The other thing is the design of the main wheels, and in fact the nose wheel with the Meteor's odd mud guards. They came up with quite an elegant solution to that, which works really well as long as A, you clean the part properly, because there are some mould lines around the edges, and B, you don't pre-paint it. 'Cause if you pre-paint it, it goes out of tolerance and you won't better fit the parts together. So fit the parts together first, then paint them on the undercarriage. Other than that, it goes together really well. The design of the tail plane is inspired, really clever, really sensible, and an obviously large amount of thought has gone into that, I suspect. Paramjit, well done, just well done. Really good job on that. Overall, would I buy the kit again? Absolutely yes. Would I make it again with the gear down? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. I'd have to think about that at the time. There's no real reason why not to, just have to be aware of a few little pitfalls in there. Otherwise, beautiful kit. Obviously, there's going to be at least 2 more releases, judging by what you get in the kit and what bits and pieces you can see that you really don't need to do. If you're only making the one version of it, I suspect it will pretty much mirror the 1/48th. So there'll be an FR9 and a Mark 8 ground attack with rockets and so on and so forth in the coming year, next year and the year after. So that was this week on the bench. Do check out the videos. The video for the Meteor is quite long, it's about an hour, but again, chapters, so hop around backwards and forwards, do what you like. It's grand, it's a really nice kit, nice build. So that's all of that. Let's get on now and have a look at the news of the week, and we'll start off with some news of the Hobby 2000 1/48 scale Harrier that's imminently arriving.
You will recall that last week I mentioned that the long-awaited Hobby 2000 kit of the Harrier GR7 and GR9 was imminent. But it turns out there's a bit more to this story. The Hobby 2000 kit is based on the Hasegawa Harrier GR7 that first appeared in 2004, subsequently in Operation Telic colours in 2007, and as the Ultimate Harrier, the GR9, in 2010. It also appeared under the Revell name in 2007. This new release was commissioned by UK distributor Tiger Hobbies in September 2021 as a specially priced thank you to its customers for their support over the COVID pandemic. This model comes with 3 schemes and, most importantly, the correct leading edge root extensions for the 2 versions, the GR7 with the 65% lux and the GR9 with the 100% lux, something missing in some earlier kits. This is a limited edition boxing of 1,000 examples, and about 80% have already been sold. So if you want a 1/48th Harrier GR7 or GR9, then you'd better order one quickly. You'll be pleased to hear that I'll be making this kit myself when the shipments arrive at the end of October or early November. What else is arriving in store? Well, KP's new toolkit of the Scottish Aviation Bulldog in 1/72nd should be in store by now. Best of luck to anyone trying the Swedish Splinter scheme on anything this small. Also arriving is the range of Heinkel 162 Volksjäger aircraft from AZ model in 1/72nd, including the version that flew, plus development versions that never quite made it. You may also like to look into ordering this Yak 9T in 1/48 scale from ICM, which comes with a figure depicting Marcel Lefebvre, an ace flying with the Free French Normandy Squadron on the Eastern Front in World War II. A fine kit and an heroic pilot with 14 confirmed kills and 11 more probables. Also representing the Eastern Front is this new Lavochkin LA7 in 1/144th scale from Mark I models. The kit comes with 5 options for markings, and to make it easier on you, comes with 2 complete aircraft. They've done the same with the Piper L4 communications aircraft, including an option for floats instead of the undercarriage. There are some interesting releases in vehicles at smaller scales, this time 1/72nd, such as this Attack Kit's Humber armoured car, and this first to fight example of the Tatra OAVZ30. These kits have few parts, but they're very well moulded and could provide excellent practice for weathering, as well as depicting underrepresented vehicles. Onto the high seas now, and Black Cat have 2 new landing craft on offer in 1/350th scale, an LCS or landing craft support, and an LCI or landing craft infantry, perfect for things like D-Day dioramas. Onto the decidedly speculative and this new set announced by TACOM of 3 German Haunebu flying saucers in 1/350th scale. Make of these what you will, but I'd be fascinated to know how such objects could possibly fly and how they'd remain stable when firing their weapons. Anyway, it's all a bit of fun. Unlike the Squid Game, an ICM has released a kit of the frighteningly square figure to complement its previous 2 releases based on the programme. Very menacing.
So all that news of the kits that are arriving prompts me to tell you about this week's kit of the week. If you remember from last week, and a separate video as well, this kit has been chosen from amongst 4 by you, the viewer, to see what you would like me to build next. The choices were in alphabetical order: the Fairy Firefly, the Messerschmitt 163A Comet, both in 1/48th, the Sterling in 1/72nd, and the Lynx helicopter in 1/48th. Mystic Mug predicted the winner. The prediction Mystic Mug gave me was the short Sterling, and would you believe it? Indeed it is the short Sterling that won the popular vote. Way over 40% of you wanted the Sterling ahead of the other 3 kits. There were some lovely comments from you about all 3 runners-up. All 3 will be built at some point. You know, I don't tend to buy kits unless they're for this channel, so I will be building them. But this week's kit of the week is the short Sterling in 1/72nd scale from Italeri. So tomorrow will be the box opening video with a look at indeed what's in the box, a close look at the parts, marking options, and so on and so forth. Also a quick review of what options there have been for making a short Sterling in the past and may or may not be available currently. Then on Wednesday we start the build. It will be at least 2, probably 3 videos for the build because it's quite a complex kit. Indeed, all 4 of them are complex kits. I don't know why I said that specifically about the Sterling. The 163 is quite complex. The Lynx is a helicopter, it's complex. And the Firefly has got a lot to it. So they'll all make great videos, but the first of them is going to be the Sterling. So do come back for that. Do come back again next week for Monday Matters. Do keep an eye out on the channel for new videos. Even better, rather than just keeping an eye out, subscribe, hit the bell. Then you'll get notifications of all the videos as they come up. And any video you watch of mine, if you like it, tell me, thumbs up on the like button there if you would be so kind. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon. Bye bye now.